Fly me to the moon and let me sing among the stars. Let me see what...
Hey folks, I'm Jay.
I'm Cameron.
Yeah, so, Bayonetta 2.
I really need to buy a Wii U.
Yeah, you do. Nerd.
I want to, but, like, I keep forgetting. I go into work and I'm super tired because I was up all night playing fucking Fantasy Life, and then I forget to buy a Wii U.
Yeah, I'm pretty decent now. I know how to game. Anyway, so yeah. This came out, we're gonna play the shit out of this. Now, some of you might be wondering, did they play Bayonetta 1? The answer is no.
Jay played about 2 levels. I've never touched Bayonetta 1.
I played 2 levels and I've seen a fair amount of the story, so I think I'm not gonna go in there not knowing anything, but yeah, this is a game that clearly lacks a certain amount of fucks, and that's what makes it good. Like, its distinct lack of fucks for things like female characterization. I think, in fact, that the fact that it doesn't try for that shit actually makes it better.
Oh, it doesn't characterize her at all?
Well, it does, but it doesn't try to... It characterizes her almost as a parody of female archetypes in general.
Are we getting sound?
Yeah, I got sound.
I'm not getting sound. Like, at all.
I got sound in my headphone.
Oh, wait, never mind. It fixed itself. Okay.
It's a little bit quiet. Yeah, so actually this is a lot like the beginning of the first game.
The Legend of Ace.
Oh yeah, where it just throws you into a fight scene?
Yep, actually, and the fight scene looks a lot like this.
Nobody knows where the world came from.
Did you just summon a fist?
Yep.
That's amazing.
Her, she's a witch. Her powers are based on her hair.
Yeah, I know that much, and apparently her costume is made entirely of her own hair.
Yeah, which is why the harder I fight, the more naked I get.
That is an interesting mechanic.
Most of all ours.
Yep. So yeah, this is a game that's, you know, kids don't watch this bad stuff.
It's probably M-rated. Yeah, it's M-rated.
Super M-rated here, folks. I don't know if I mentioned, but yeah, there's entire scenes where you're just stripper pole.
Didn't she have long hair in the last game?
Yeah.
Oh well.
Well, actually, I don't know, because the Wii U version actually lets you... Oh, right, giant hair bot.
What? Oh, what? What? What the fuck? There's no way that robot's made of hair.
You'd think not, but you're wrong.
Like, I know rhinoceros horns are made of hair, but that's not a robot.
You saw me summoning giant fists in high-heeled shoes, right?
Yeah, but look at that thing. That is,
man, that's not even the tip of
like
the...
steel.
Cameron, this isn't the tip of the motherfucking iceberg here. Alright? In the last game, you legitimately beat some of the bosses by turning your hair into a dragon that eats the boss.
What?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
This, like I said, this is a game with a critical lack of fucks. Also, I'm reasonably sure this spaceship we're on might... yeah, this spaceship we're on was alive.
I'm not sure if this is meant to be a spaceship or if it's just some, like, surrealist nightmare.
Of the eyes of AC, humans gained free will. They could now choose. With control of the eyes of the world, the eyes that determine destiny, humans could choose their own paths.
Holy crap, this game is amazing.
This game... yeah. Isn't it, though?
The most feeble thing in nature.
That thing has no head.
It's an angel. Doesn't need a head.
Wait, that's an angel?
That is an angel. We are fighting heaven right now. This is what heaven looks like.
I
don't you see the divine glory, Cameron? My god is a good god.
Like, I've played some... Oh my god, that is not a heaven thing.
No, it isn't. It's on your side.
Oh.
So,
like,
I'll let you deduce what the implication of that is.
That a manta ray just shot a laser beam out of a skull face?
At an angel. So what would you presume that manta ray was? Man, this thing was a fucking difficult boss.
Cheeky. No one bothered telling me any of your kind survived.
Okay, I've played some Shin Megami Tensei, and I'm used to some weird-looking angels. But, like, this is a new type of weird.
I love the designs in this game. Like, I absolutely love them.
Okay, you've played Shin Megami Tensei 4, right?
Yeah, I've played that.
Remember the Minotaur?
Yeah.
How it had, like, the human skull for a nose?
Yeah, I remember. He was sick as shit.
Yeah.
I showed that to Patrick, and he called me a liar. He's like, there's no way that anything could be this awesome. And I'm like, oh, it is, though.
Did you actually show him the picture?
Yeah, and then he was like, that's bullshit, and I love it.
Jay edited a picture of the Minotaur.
You're damn right I'm gonna edit in a picture of it. I would almost go as far as to say this game might have slightly better designs in some cases.
I don't know, like, from the designs I've seen, I'd say it's the same caliber, but I wouldn't say it's better.
That's why, like, I preface it with, like, in some cases.
Okay, yeah. I'll give it that.
Like, it's...
escape this fate. We will perish together.
Angelic suicide bomber?
So, at one point, the Lumen Sages, these guys, and
Yep.
the witches respected each other. Then, you know, people started siding between God and devil, and everything went wrong.
Okay.
The war was fought, the Umbran Sages, or the Umbran witches almost got their shit wrecked, but won. Then they got their shit wrecked by everyone else. It was like, but God, though.
Okay, so they beat the Lumen Sages, and then just the regular mundane-ass humans were just like...
Burn the witches.
Oh.
And then they did.
How? How did they ever win against that?
There was a sheer volume of regular mooks versus witches.
Okay, I think all of us have played games where you carve through millions of people. It's called Dynasty Warriors.
Hey man, eventually you can succumb to a couple good commanders. What the hell is it? World of the end.
Go to the end. I
You know
think...
the option. Alright, so they don't... no, this was... The end was the first level,
Okay.
I think.
So is it the story of how we got there, or...
Yeah.
Is that the end of Bayonetta 1?
Nah, pretty sure that... The Bayonetta 1 started very similar.
Okay. Yeah, I know Bayonetta 1 started by throwing you into a really kick-ass fight scene.
Yep. Then it throws you into another really kick-ass fight scene in a graveyard.
Neat.
Yeah. This is a good series.
This is a weird load. Oh, wait, play with the joysticks. I think it, like, does things.
Yeah, I can move. Yep. I picked the right one. Ah, Christmas. I bet this won't end in terror. Oh, on a side note, people cannot...
Sega cabs.
Oh, so it's a low-quality cab, is it?
Sega does everything in Japan. They own a shitload of pachinko parlors that apparently make more than their video game business.
Which explains why Sonic has just done what it's done.
Yeah, didn't Nintendo buy, like, exclusive publishing rights to Sonic the Hedgehog?
Yeah.
I think they pay Sega a royalty every time they use him, though.
Yeah, but... At this point, they're doing better for him than Sega ever did.
Yeah, that's... Well, now we have Sonic Boom, and I'm questioning how that's gonna turn out. Because long legs and band-aids.
Yeah, and Knuckles looking like a gorilla. Knucklehead the Muscle Kidna. Oh yeah, people can't see the demons or angels.
So they're just straight up invisible, or do they
Yeah.
look like humans?
They're invisible.
Oh.
And the witches and stuff have to enter into like a pocket dimension.
You don't mind if we make a quick stop, do you?
Oh yeah, Enzo is pretty much her co-worker slash... It's hard to explain.
Intern.
Yeah, well not really. Because he's the reason she's still able to do a lot of the business, but he gets no respect. Not that he really does a lot to warrant it, but he is pretty useful.
So basically he has to do the mundane shit because she's invisible?
No, she's visible. She has to enter pocket dimensions to fight the invisible stuff.
Ah, okay. So,
Effectively, like, she just makes him his bitch, her bitch because she can, and he's too much of a wimp to do anything about it.
You're some piece of work, you know that?
so she's not invisible then? It's-
No.
Okay.
The angels and demons are.
So the Umbran Witches and the Lumen Sages are just normal humans who chose a side?
They're pretty much witches and mages as they are in any other setting. They're humans with extraordinary powers that can see that can see angels and demons and can fight them.
Oh god.
Enzo is just I love Enzo.
The man has dexterity.
What the fuck you waiting
That was contrary to his appearance. It was not his dump stat.
Done and done. Let's go home, Enzo.
Hey, wait a second. I ain't done here. If I don't get what I came for, I'm gonna be the biggest mutt in the city.
And what is it that you came to fetch, my dear?
Real funny. I know better than to tell you a damn thing. I'll never hear the fucking end of it.
To steal the presents. Or to steal Enzo, I guess.
She was pretty much the what's his name? The anti-Dante. Shit, what was his name?
Virgil.
The Virgil of the first game.
Okay.
You always know how to make an entrance, John. A rare sight to see you in the city.
Just catch them and just toss them on the goddamn floor.
Cereza, you haven't felt anything strange recently. Now that you
Yep.
mention it, I still haven't quite figured out how a broke, bumbling wise guy managed to turn himself into a semi-respectable family.
Forget about
The magic of lies.
What's this Cereza shit? You're about as sweet as my Nona's grappa, you know that? Some witch with amnesia goes around calling herself a weapon, and it turns out she really got stuck with a kid's nickname. That shit's rich, I tell you what.
Our friends in Paradiso are far too quiet.
Heaven.
I'm sure you've noticed.
Paradiso is heaven.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
They never actually call heaven and hell by name for some reason.
Well, I understand giving it a code name for public, but
Yeah.
like,
Friends down south seem to be a bit upset as well.
so it's Paradiso and down south.
Paradiso and
Down south.
No, not down south. They had a different name for it. I can't remember right now.
Oh, I fucking hate parades.
Yeah.
All they do is like block the streets.
Oh shit, fighter jets. This is gonna be a sick ass parade. Sky parades.
Okay, sky parades I might go and see. That's not at all a reference.
Get Ed and Edna's present.
Subtle as ever.
Get it?
This game is not about subtlety, in case you haven't noticed.
Yeah.
Don't forget to pick up the things for the park.
I wasn't exactly expecting subtlety from a game where a woman uses her hair to form giant fists.
Or where female legs are like 90% of their body.
Yeah, that's also a thing.
Like those are like. There's a point when they. I like to believe that they took as many fetishes as they could and pushed them to limits where they border on creepy.
It's just almost to the. It's not quite at the point.
It's not
Where
quite at the
it's
point of
Uncanny Valley.
Uncanny Valley, but it's teeteringly close.
Rise in the sky. No, I'm not playing any damned angels. Yellow, blue, I don't care what color they are. I learned my lesson with those bastards, you hear me? Just normal damn jet, please. You hear that? I want one of those. The thing's flying in the air right now. That's the one. That's the biggest one you got in the store, right? Wrap it up nice. It's a present, for God's sakes.
So he's buying his kid a sick ass birthday present or Christmas present.
Put it in the box, will ya?
Pretty much, yeah. He's a surprisingly decent father.
Yeah, and a surprisingly shitty customer.
I mean, to be perfectly fair, he's not even running because he still needs to get his kids a toy. That's dedication.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, he clearly had ample time to leave. Those are angels.
Neat.
Like, these avian monstrosities.
Yeah, I'm used to like stomach
Acceptance.
faces. I'm used to stomach faces.
Understand that thing represents acceptance.
At least your lot still knows how to make an end.
Was one of them a centaur?
Multiple were. So yeah, she has to enter this dimension to actually fight them. Although they can affect the real world, they can't be affected unless you're in their dimension.
Okay.
Like, if you've ever seen, you ever saw the original Digimon series?
Yes.
It was like that shit.
Where the Digimon can affect
The real world, but couldn't be affected by things in the real world.
Okay. Wow, that is a shot right there.
Yeah.
Well, it's already getting super fetishy.
It hasn't even begun. This has been 10 minutes of
Super fetishy.
This has been 10 minutes of cutscenes, ladies and gentlemen. 15 minutes of fucking cutscenes.
This is 15 minutes incredibly well wasted.
I have no regrets. Are you not
What?
seeing this shit? Is it not hype?
It's pretty hype. I love the gun heals.
I know, right? It's something so stupid, but this game makes it work.
I know.
Hell, in the first game, there's actually a super move you can buy where you just start breakdancing and shooting from all 4 guns.
That's amazing. It reminds me of like Zuko from Avatar, how he breakdances to fire bang sometimes.
Yeah. It's great, isn't it?
It's pretty great.
Yeah. Touch controls, gotcha. Next.
Nice. So is there just a combo for any given 5-button string?
Sometimes sometimes some of the combos are actually just not pushing a button and then immediately pushing a button.
Huh.
Like you see the ones where it just has the white dot?
Yeah, that's a pause.
Yeah.
That's actually neat. It adds an element of timing. I like
Yeah.
it. So can you just, like, shoot a few bullets and then continue the combo?
Yeah. Some of the combos involve you doing that.
Maybe that's how you occupy the pauses.
Not always. Because the pauses have to be nothing.
Okay.
Oops.
Oh, you have to time it super good, don't you? Neat. So this isn't going to be like Revengeance where you forget how to parry, right?
Yeah, because this time it's easy.
Okay, good.
So yeah, witch time, slow motion, from super good dodges.
So if you dodge super good, you get like 20
I wonder
free
if
hits.
the only real problem I had with the first game was that sometimes when you get surrounded, you can't actually dodge because you'll run into other enemies.
Oh, so it doesn't give you invincibility frames.
No.
Thank you for not making this Revengeance, Jay.
Yep.
Thank you for understanding how the combat system works.
I actually got my practice in this time, so it won't be embarrassing to begin with.
Okay, good.
You know, more so than the fact that we're pretty much playing... Also, yeah, Halos are pretty much Sonic rings.
So you collect their halos and then use them as money?
Yeah, you pay a big black guy in a bar called Gates of Hell, who gives you special guns that he makes out of demons that he catches with angel songs.
Is his bar called Gates of Hell, or
Yeah.
is he called Gates of Hell?
His bar is called Gates of Hell.
That's a pretty good bar name.
Yeah. Also, like, he's actually a really cool character.
Actually, in fantasy life, the Mercenaries' headquarters is a bar.
That's where it should be. Also, have you noticed that we've been flying through New York having a fist fight on a jet plane?
Yes!
For 5 minutes. Oh, here he is.
Oh, is this the guy you buy weapons from?
Yeah.
Fucking wonder.
Oh, please tell me he's like Rorschach and has at the end his near sign.
But I don't believe in sin.
Watch your mouth, Enzo.
What?
He may or may not be a demon.
That's pretty hype.
Offer you for sacrilege before you pay your tab.
Also, Enzo owes him an undisclosed large sum of money to the point where Rodan keeps him alive specifically because of how much money.
His name is Rodan?
Spelt Rodin, but yeah.
Oh.
Rodan
okay.
keeps Enzo alive specifically because of how much money he owes him.
Ah.
He works
Please
under the...
tell me what's going to happen is what I think is going to happen.
Oh, more than likely.
Yes! Oh my god, I love this game. I fucking love this game.
Christmas time! Also, anything that wants to affect angels has to go through one of those portals.
Okay. So if you just, like, put a crowbar through one of those portals,
It can
suddenly...
beat up demons.
That's awesome.
I believe.
Really? The toy?
Also, he keeps getting hit in the head with things and just doesn't care.
Now, it's time to be moved.
We will see you next time, folks.
Yep.
With this super hype game.
We will get even more hype. That's a promise.